All right, folks, it's week 12 of the NFL 2016 season. We got a lot of Thanksgiving games, so I'm doing this on Tuesday, getting out early. Minnesota at Detroit. Looks like Detroit's a 2.5 point favorite. The over is 43. I'm going to say keep it under, and I'm actually going to go with Minnesota to get the upset here. I think they're going to win it by a field goal and make things interesting in that division. Washington at Dallas, which should be a very, very good game. Dallas is a 7 point favorite. The Redskins are surging. The over-under is 51. I'm going to say keep it under. And you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to call the Redskins the winner of this one. I'll give it to them by 7. So there you go. It's a good opportunity to make some good Thanksgiving Black Friday spending money if you choose to do so, even though we don't condone gambling whatsoever over here. Not at all. And the nightcapper for Thursday night, we got Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. Pittsburgh's an 8.5 point favorite. The over is 47.5. I'm going to go with Indianapolis to win by 3 points, and I'm going to keep the over under 47.5. So you know me, I'm out there. I'm all about the upsets. Well, at least this week anyway. Tennessee at Chicago. Chicago obviously don't have Jay Cutler anymore. So they're a bad team. They're about to get even worse. Tennessee's a 5 point favorite. Over-under is 42. I don't want to risk it. I mean, that sounds like a pretty good spread. I'm going to go under 42 because I think the Bears can put up a lot of points. And I'll just give Tennessee the game by 5. Not really a whole lot to monkey around with there. Jacksonville at Buffalo. Buffalo's a 7.5 point favorite. And it's getting cold now. Jacksonville's a Florida team. Over-under is 45.5. I'm going to say keep it under. And I'll give it to Buffalo by 6. I don't think they'll win by 2 touchdowns, but they should win by a pretty comfortable margin. So I'll give them 6. Cincinnati at Baltimore. Baltimore is a 4.5 point favorite. Under is 40.5. I'm going to go over. And I'll give it to Baltimore by 6. I mean, Cincinnati, they can keep it close, but Ravens will have no excuse to lose this one. Arizona at Atlanta. Atlanta is a 4.5 point favorite. Arizona is, obviously they're a 4.5 underdog. Over-under is 50.5. I'm going to say keep it slightly over. I think a lot of points can be spilled in this one. And I'm going to go with Arizona to win another upset. I mean, Atlanta, they've been a very inconsistent team. And if you have a very good rushing attack like Arizona, you can puncture that O-line. The D-line. My apologies. And I think they'll do it. I think they'll win it. They'll get a 5 point margin victory. New York Giants at Cleveland. Now, this is weird because I thought Cleveland actually had a bye this week. But, no, they don't. They're taking on the Giants. Good Lord, this is going to be a murder fest. The Giants, they are considered 7 point favorites. Over is 44.5. I'm going to say go over that because I think the Giants are going to score a lot of points. And I got them winning by 14. Let's give them a 2 touchdown lead. Very rarely do I go, double digits for my pro football picks, but in this case, Browns got nothing to fight for. Giants have everything to lose. Should be a bloodbath. Rams at New Orleans. New Orleans is a 7 point favorite. Over is 46.5. No, it's just 46. I'm going to say keep it under because for whatever reason, anytime you play the Rams, nobody can score. I still think the Saints will win by 7. I think it's a pretty good spot, so nothing really monkey around with there. San Fran at Miami. Miami's a 7.5 point favorite. Over is 45.5. I'm going to keep it under 45.5. I think Miami wins, but not by that much. I'll give it to them by a field goal. Not saying San Francisco is that good. I just think the Dolphins, they're going to slip up eventually, down the stretch especially. San Diego at Houston. San Diego, believe it or not, they are a 1 point favorite in this one, and the over is 46. I'm going to say go slightly over, and I'm going to go with San Diego to win. I'm going to go with the favorite here, so I'm not really gambling too much on this one. Proverbially gambling, not physically. But yeah, I think the Chargers can win by 1. Not really contest there. Seattle at Tampa Bay, and this could be interesting. Seattle's a 6 point favorite. Over is 45. I'm going to say keep it under, and yeah, I'll give Seattle by 6. Just feels fairly standard. Carolina at Oakland. Oakland is a 3.5 point favorite. Over is 49.5. I think it'll go over that. Should be a lot of points scored in this one, and I'll give it to Oakland by 6. I think they can definitely beat Carolina. We saw what they did to Denver. We saw what they did to Houston, and I think those teams are a lot better than Carolina. So Oakland should win this one pretty fastly. I'll give it to them by a touchdown. We'll kind of factor out the extra point, just make it 6. New England at the Jets. New England's an 8-point favorite. Over is 48. I'm going to go above, and I'll give New England 8. Actually, I should probably give it to them by 10. But you know what? That's what the bookies are saying. That's what they're saying. Sunday night game, Kansas City at Denver. What we got here? Denver's a 3.5 point favorite. Over is 39.5. You know what? I think if Alex Smith is playing, which is probably will, Denver's going to win this one. And I think Nick Foles is a way, way better quarterback. As a Raiders fan, I want the crappier quarterback out there. Smith has had some problems and continue here. I think Denver wins it by a touchdown. They win by 6, over in 39.5. I'll keep it slightly over. So there's that. And our Monday night game. A battle between two teams that really, really need wins. Green Bay and Philadelphia. Philadelphia's a 3.5 point favorite. Over is 47.5. I'll give it to Philadelphia by 7. I think it'll be slightly under 47.5. And then we're going to start wondering, okay, the Packers may not make the playoffs this year. What you going to do? I don't care because I really don't like the Packers, to be honest with you. You know, I think they're too wholesome. You know, I'm a Raiders fan. I'm all about going out in the stands and punching people and, you know, shining lasers in the quarterback's eyes and yelling, obscene chants during kickoff. Green Bay's never really been like that. You know, they might as well be a glorified college team. So I give Philadelphia that one, just because their fans are rougher and rowdier, and for some reason, Green Bay's can get a run game going. And they have no pass defense anymore, so that's another thing. All right, so those are my Week 12 picks. Feel free to use them. Feel free to don't use them. I don't care. That's the glory of democracy. You can do whatever you want. And I'm about to go eat some turkey because it's almost Thanksgiving, and that's great.